I liked that statue. King Albus had a very good beard. You could tell he was a king. Plus, there was a plaque saying, King Albus. You could tell from that as well. We have a visitor. Good day, human. I hope you're enjoying our city. Who are you? I've already talked to these people. I've already done this, I think. I'm Lightger. Pleased to meet you. We're the Keldegrim Monarchist Society. Right. Yes, I've done this, but they don't want to talk about the quest. Okay, so let's then look somewhere else to figure this out. We can go to the librarian. That's right, it is a very high-end establishment. The Laughing Miner is something else. I believe there was a drunk dwarf with a sandwich board there last I looked. Dromund, do you know anything? Someone stole my beautiful boots. I had to buy some crummy replicas. The real boots were one of a kind. I think I might have stolen those. Don't worry. If I find out who did it, I'll take care of him. Alright. Okay. What can I help you with? Help? What kind of help do you mean? Looking for a book? A manuscript? Knowledge? Oh, nothing specific. I'll leave you to browsing then. I am looking for something specific. Welcome to the Keldegrim Library, human traveler. That's true, Sir Theodore. It's nice in there. What do you know about impenetrable rocks? You're confusing me. What rock exactly are you talking about? The big one in the mine, south of the city. Dondakan's big rock. I see, I see. I don't know much about that rock, I'm afraid. It's baffled us for many generations. There's a dwarf in the mechanic shop, though, who I believe has some connections with a certain scholar. Where can I find him? Go south to the palace, to the shop called Weeman's Wrench Warehouse. He should be working there somewhere. Thanks, buddy. Alright. So he's in the palace, in a shop called Weeman's Wrench Warehouse. The triple W. Alright, let's find Weeman's. There's Weeman right there. Oh my god, the door. Weeman. What can I interest you in? Some mutton chops. Need any pipes? I make very sturdy pipes. No, not really. What kind of shop is this anyway? Why, it's Weeman's Wrench Warehouse. Weeman, that's me. I don't really sell just wrenches, you know. I sell anything related to the maintenance of dwarven steam machines. Sometimes I do repair work as well, or I send my assistant. Who's he then? Oh, he's right over there. Used to work in the mines to the south. Poor lad. Made a bit of a mess of things, I believe. So what'll it be then? Got any ship engines to repair? Thanks, but I don't think your services are required. Alright, no, I need to talk to the guy who worked in the mines. This dude. Do you know anything about the rock in the mines? Now, what rock would that be exactly? Well, the rock that cut that mohawk into your head. The big rock in the mines to the south, with an old dwarf standing beside it. Ah, Don's Rock, right? Yeah, I think so. Do you know what it's made of? No. No one knows. No one here, anyway. The only one I could think of is Rolad, a renowned scholar. He was part of Don Dakon's team once. Many years ago. We don't talk about that in here anymore. So where can I find this Rolad? You can't. He's dead. Oh wait, no, he says, he left me to explore the world, learning by experience, or so he said. Me? I prefer a cold stout at home. but it takes all sorts. You know what? I thought that too. That's how I read it at first, Sir Theodore. It was like, Roly, the king? I think he's currently with the Black Guard at Ice Mountain. Great, thanks a lot. You're welcome. Now could you please use that sled wax on my chest hair before you leave? I certainly will not. Alright, so we're going to go out. We're disappearing into thin air. You know what? It's been a bit. I haven't rested in a while. It's time to listen to the musician. I've died. This man's loot work has killed me. Please tell my story. I'll tell you what. I died, and yet, did you see my Silverhawk boots working even after death? I mean, if you want an endorsement for Silverhawk boots, they work beyond the grave to raise your athletics. No problem. No problem at all. Alright, let's go. There's a highwayman. Yeah, right. What are you trying to do? Pick people's pockets? Shame on you. We'll take your cape. And I'll be glad about it. God. Can you imagine? Look at this situation right here. Can you picture in your mind a situation where there's a highwayman who is kind of dressed like they're Zorro or they're going to a mummer's farce, so I don't know what's going on. And they come out onto the road, presumably to hold you up for your money. And you kill them, and all that remains of them are some bones and a cape. Wow. Alright, we're going. Hey, Killer Commando, good evening. I am rolling in cash, my friend. I got lucky. I hit a third age die from the giant oyster and sold it for an ungodly sum. Alright, look. There's a Mohawk man over there. Okay, I need to find this dude. So they said he went over here. Rolad. He's stationed with the Blackguard. Alright, Rolad, where you at, dude? Let's look for this guy. Dwarf. Blackguard. Dwarf. Roly. Rolad. Dwarf. Narf. Cuffs. Rusty. Jeff. Alright. Now maybe he's down in the mine. Let's keep looking. Dwarf. Guard. Blackguard. Nulo. Dwarf. Alright. Here he is. Excuse me. Would you happen to be Rolad the Scholar? Why, yes, I think so. Thank you, Biscuit Cat. Who's asking? Dr. Incompetent, and I've come to ask you about a rock and one of these cots, if you don't mind. I'm a little tired. You're awfully tall for a dwarf, you know, Dr. Incompetent. And a rock, you say? I suppose I know a fair bit about rocks, yeah? It's the rock that Don Dokken is trying to break open. You know Don, right? That's what his friends call him. Oh, old Don Dokken. Sure, I know him. And I know his rock, too. It's that unbreakable one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the one. What can you tell me about it? Well, as a matter of fact, I picked up an interesting book on one of my travels. Quite an out-of-the-way dwarven outpost. Not entirely sure, but it seems to describe this very rock and how it came to be placed in that cavern. I tore out the most interesting pages for more detailed perusal. Let me get them for you. Who is this guy? I've ruined rare manuscripts. It's Don Da Can? More like Don Da Can't. Yeah, that's right. For better perusal, Nick Man. I don't think I should tell the librarian about this. Sir Theodore, it's Don Da Can't break the rock. Don Da Can't get through the rock. You know, they were already in a place for good perusal inside a book. They were bound into a book. I hope so, Sir Theodore. Oh dear. What's wrong? I seem to have misplaced the pages. A pity. I wanted to study them some more. I may have used them for toilet paper. What? No, I needed that book. Oh, well, if it's that important to you, perhaps you can go and look for the pages. There should be 3 of them. I'm looking for pages that this man ripped out of a book. That's a shame. Where should I start looking? I probably lost him in the mines below. I don't have them up here any case. I also have traveled all of Gillinor, so they could really be anywhere. What, in the mining guild? No. I'd never go there. I'm not a member, you know. They don't like me. I don't have a mohawk. But I sometimes go down to the regular mines to study the conditions of the working dwarf. I'm working on a little piece on the bourgeoisie and the proletariat. You know how that goes, right? I think they'll leave it up here in Falador. Okay, thanks. I'll go back and look for your pages. Isn't it like that, Nick Man? It does feel like that. Honestly, though, if you think about it, like, in terms of just practicality or reality, which I know this is a game, it's not that, but could you think of, like, a more difficult quest than I lost pages from a book somewhere? Can you go looking around for them? Like, that seems to be almost impossible. Whereas, like, if they're like, go kill this thing, I'm like, well, okay, I can do that. But, I mean, random pages. Just pieces of paper, yeah, they could be anywhere. Go look for them. They're in the mines, maybe. Alright, let's do it. I can't stay upset with this jaunty tune playing. Although I can imagine a nightmare world where you're trying to take a nap on one of those cots with that music playing. It ain't happening. Okay, so he says he doesn't go where the guild is. Oh, wait, these might... Are these the right ones? I'm gonna look... I'll search all the minecarts, I guess. Hey, look at this. Jackpot. At the bottom of the cart, you find a missing page of the book. Well, luckily it wasn't damaged by anything that went in that cart. You've had enough of searching carts. There's nothing more inside them. I got book page 2, though. What do you mean I've had enough? The first cart I went to, I found a page. That should be inspiring enough. I did get lucky. I spiked one. Just like that. Alright, now we're getting unlucky. We're hitting the dry spell here. Alright, let's go look in every cart. No, search the sacks. Wait. Okay. Somebody could have put the page in the sack easily. It happens. Now this music in the cave, this I could go to sleep to. It's a little mysterious, but it's very soothing. It's almost a lullaby. I don't know. Look in the chests. Look everywhere. If I can search it, I will. Anyone see a page? Actually, let's go over here and shake down that gangster. Look, buddy. I want to know if you found any pages. If you did, you did. Alright. We'll let you live now. But if you burnt any of these pages, or put them in your stew... Mm-hmm. There's a random pie dish over there. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. Is this going to be one of those situations where I need to just go mine? Or is it in a searchable location? Let's go looking a little bit more. Look at this door. Where in God's name does this go? I can't even examine this. It's got an awning and everything. It's a secret door. Oh, only one page is from searching? Thank you. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I knew I was going to have to mine or fight golems or... scorpions or whatever it might be. There it is. I got one. Oh my gosh. Book 3. Yes. Alright. Alright, let's go fight him up. Fight the scorps. You ain't got a chance. You ain't got a chance. You have absolutely no shot. I did it. I did it. Hey, not bad. Alright, thank you. That was a good enough hint to help me with this one. Well, I got the pages that you ripped out of the book, and I can't wait to get them back to you. They were in a really bad spot. I found one in a coal vein. Don't ask. Another one inside a scorpion. Don't ask. Alright. Rolled. I found all the missing pages. Missing pages? Yes, the missing pages of the book we were talking about earlier. Oh, right. Yeah. Well, let me see them, please, and I'll put the book back together for you. What do you mean you'll put the book back together? There you go. You will give it back when you finish with it, won't you? I'd really like to study it in more detail sometime. I'm notorious for taking good care of books. I just rip out the pages that I like, and then I rebind them afterward. It's a pretty common practice, wouldn't you say? Of course. Lie. No, I don't care about the book. You can have it back and destroy it. I'd be happy to. Splendid! Now there's a good dwarf. I mean, is this guy a few bricks shy of a patio? He keeps calling me a dwarf. If he's supposed to be, quote, well-traveled, does he know that there are other species beyond dwarves? Let's just leave him alone. All right. in such a way that the miners could no longer safely go down into the mines that were so important to them. Thus, the elders in their great wisdom decided to harness the great power of the yellow stones and drive the spirit out of the area. They knew that without the power of the stones, they would face a foe too powerful to beat. So for 3 days and 3 nights, the Arzinian was chased through the twisty passages, always eluding its hunters, until finally it was cornered inside a small tunnel. On either side, the brethren approached, their hands sparkling with yellow light, so attempting to banish the spirit back to Bordanzan. Bordanzan? From whence it came. Bordanzan? Interesting. That sounds more like that guy's name. But lo, the roof did shake and the walls did crumble and the tunnel did collapse. And all who were standing outside rushed inward to aid their fallen brothers, their yellow stones in hand. Their combined power proved too much for the Arzinian being, and so it collapsed into itself as the tunnel had collapsed onto its hunters. But instead of being driven out, the monstrous creature tapped into its Bordanzian essence, so that all stone and debris coalesced into a single rock, thus trapped but not banished to the nightmare of Bordanzan, set inside a rock filled with the yellow power stones, the Arzinian. Uh-oh. Who wrote this book? The Arzinian being of Bordanzan. I mean, it's a very instructional title, but it ain't really, gonna get people to pick this book up off the shelf. You need to spice that up a little bit. Oh, here's a picture. There's these symbols. There's a dude. There's things. Sure. I get it. I don't get it. That certainly was an interesting read. You now have enough info for Don Dakan. You should go back to him. Don Dakan. Alright, Don Dakan. I'm coming back. Let me just use my magical ring. This baby gets me close to old Don. How long have you been here? Oh, since right about the time they tried to send me over to Borzandan or whatever. Wait, what? I mean, no. I only been here for a little bit, and then I made this cannon. Alright, what you got? Roland gave me a book that was quite an interesting to read. I think I know what's inside it. What? Tell me. Well, it's a terrible, nightmarish being that almost wiped out everyone, and instead of being banished to another realm, it transformed into a stone. So actually, you're about to release an unspeakable horror upon us all if you don't stop your cannon work. Well, it's a demonic spirit, for one. A what? A demonic spirit. Apparently, the inside of the rock is lined with gold. Gold? Did you say gold? Oh, God, don't get so greedy. Yes, and the demon... Gold. I knew it. I struck gold. I'm set for life. What's left of it, anyway. Man. This poor guy, he's so morbid and fatalistic. Now tell me, how do I break open the rock? I'm not sure. It mentions something about a yellow material, but it doesn't seem to be particularly concerned with actually breaking open the rock. You see, the demonic spirits being kept inside it, so the book is really more about, it's called actually Never Break Open the Rock. The book is called Never, Under Any Circumstances, Attempt to Break the Rock. Least of all, use an adamant pick. And most of all, never fire a cannon into the rock repeatedly. Ever. Yes, I heard you the first time. Well, we're not very much closer to a solution then, are we? What have you tried so far? Well, let's see. At one time, we had 100 dwarves in here all picking away at the rock. Didn't do a thing. Then there was a time when we set fire to this whole section of the cave. What a smell that made. Any effect? Apart from coating the rock with soot? Not really, no. I was able to borrow a cannon from the blackguard. My son was able to pull some strings, you know. I think we have one of those cannons too somewhere. Of course, steel cannonballs didn't make a dent, but then old Donnie had a clever idea. Oh, is his son the dude who gave me this cannon in the first place? Who's above ground with the blackguard at the place where they're fighting, goblins, something. Oh, really? I made this adamant cannonball. You see, cost me quite a pile of coins. Yeah, no. Okay, that's his name? No. Wow, that must have made quite an impact. Well, yes, it did. When it bounced back onto the ground, it did. What else did you try? Well, then I had an even more clever idea. I put an even bigger pile of coins together to get some rune cannonballs. Good idea, right? Yeah, great. No, it wasn't. Didn't do anything. Nothing at all. Latest thing I've tried are these boots. Nice boots, but what about them? They're made out of granite. I don't have enough money left to make granite cannonballs, though, but see? What's he doing? Oh, he's gonna kick it. You really did something there. Did you see? Did you? I didn't see a thing. That's because there wasn't anything to see. Even granite doesn't do anything to it. And now, I have come up with a material that will affect it somehow. You got it. Some kind of new material that no one's ever found before, but which I'm supposed to accidentally stumble upon, perhaps? Don't be silly. I'm sure there must be some known material that will affect it. So the book mentioned a yellow material. And, well, it strikes me we need to find something yellow to fire. Like what? Bananas, buttercups, lemons? Don't be ridiculous. I was thinking out loud. Well, in future, please don't. Ouch. Maybe we need to set up another cannon. Another cannon? How would that help? No. What we need is a different material of cannonball. The heaviest, hardest hitting, toughest you could find. How do you mean that I can find? What are you doing then? I'm guarding the cannon. Wouldn't do us much good if it were stolen, would it? Right. So I know what the hardest hitting metal is. It's gold. And we'll make some gold cannonballs. It's at least yellow. Alright. We can do this. We open the door. We go to the furnace. We use the furnace to make golden cannonballs. Do you wish to make a golden cannonball? I love how it just asks you. You're like, yeah, sure. Make one. And you make one beautiful cannonball. Oh, you can only make one at a time, apparently. Okay. Good enough. Let's go talk to him. See what he says. I hope whatever money he makes from this, it's enough to at least pay back what he spent. Alright. I got it, dude. Here, wait. Use cannonball on him. I got a golden cannonball you might want to try on the rock. That's an amazing looking cannonball. You know, the irony of it all is if I just gave Donnie here the gold cannonball, he could retire. This is valuable enough in and of itself for this poor guy to take off these granite boots, to kick up his feet, and enjoy his remaining years far away from this horrible rock. Are you sure you want me to fire it at the rock? It's going to make a nasty dent in it. In the cannonball it is. No, I'd rather sell it for a huge profit. Yeah, it's enormous. That's hilarious. Oh, I guess look at the cannonball there. Yeah, if it's that size, it is huge. I know. You'd be set for life. Yes, I'm sure it'll crack open the rock. It breaks my heart to ruin such a fine piece of crafting. I did it, by the way. But it's your goal. All right, let's load it up then. Did you see that? The cannonball went right through it. I don't believe it. All this time I've been spending all my gold on opening the rock. I could have just thrown it at it. But the rock didn't actually break, did it? No, it seemed more like it gave way for a second. That's interesting. So how does this help us? Well, I'll just shoot you through it so you can have a look, won't I? What? Shoot me through it? What exactly do you mean? Now, this is a classic quest. All right, we're going to shoot you into a rock from a cannon. Now, the worst case is you hit the rock and you die on impact. The second worst case, actually, no, it's even worse than that, would be that you go through it and you pass into whatever dimension that the demon spirit is being imprisoned in, and you're stuck there with it eternally. So, you've got two outcomes here. Very simple. I'll have to make a few modifications to my cannon so that it can fire a human, and you'll need a golden helmet, of course. Then I'll fire you at the rock so you can do a little reconnaissance. Don't worry. You should land safely on the other side of the rock. You're going to be fine. Might want to pick up that cannonball again while you're at it. But what if I bump into that demon, the one from the book? Don't be silly now. It's just a rock. Just a rock with lots of gold in it that golden cannonballs pass through. You die or you die, says Nickman. Exactly. No, I haven't seen the Puss in Boots movie, Sir Theodore, but I hear that it's doing very well, and that it's, you know, supposed to be good, but I haven't seen it. So you want to fire me into the rock? Yep, just to see what's inside, see if all the gold's really embedded inside it, but look how many gold bars I have right here. Can't you just take these and move along? Are you sure it's safe? No, but we'll never know until you tried, right? And I'm not trying it. I can't argue with that. Shoot me in. Well, it's not so simple. Like I said, I need to make some modifications. They're not really designed to fire humans, you know. Okay, I'll just wait here till you've made them. I don't really know how, actually. I've never been much of an engineer. I just move this thing over here and just push the shoot button, and I stand here and watch it shoot. If I had the right schematics for it, but I'd probably work with that, but I don't. Okay, so you want me to look for the schematics for you, is that it? Well, yeah, that's it. Here, I have one part of the schematic sent to me by some prankster dwarf. I don't even remember his name. You'll have to find the rest on your own. Oh, and you'll also need a golden helmet, of course. Would hurt quite a bit otherwise. Won't a gold-plated helmet do? Nope. It has to be made out of solid gold. Gold-plated helmets contain so little actual gold, it'd be a bit dangerous. Unless you want to die when I shoot you at the rock? No, I'll get a helmet made out of solid gold then. Although that'll be a horrendously heavy thing to actually wear. Yes, well that's a you problem. Not a me problem. I'm doing great, and you can get going now, don't you? I'll guard the cannon. That's what I thought you'd say. Well, you know, a gold helmet, it's like, what Daenerys' brother gets in Game of Thrones. It's fine. It fits very well. We'll just try to get one hot off the presses. Well, I mean, Sir Theodore, all he really wanted was to be the king. So, you know. Needs a crown. Got one. Problem solved. Alright, so I've got the bars. Actually, no, I'd make it an anvil, wouldn't I? Alright, let's go do that. Oh, there's an anvil right there. Here, come back. Oh, no, this isn't the real one. Decorative anvil. Not the usable kind. Wah, wah. Yeah, that Khal Drogo is really a nice guy. He even was able to contribute some of his own personal gold to the crown fund. Alright, gold helmet. I want every anvil that I ever walk up to just have one option that's called gold helmet. Alright, what is this? Examine the schematic. A transparent overlay. Details of something? Interesting. Alright. Let's go talk to the wrench guy. I could go talk to the cannon people, I guess, but let's talk to Weemund. Alright, no, not that. Here. Assemble schematic. No, okay. Use the schematic on Weemund. He don't like it. Alright, or an engineer. You know anything? Do you have any schematics related to the Dwarven multi-cannon? Why? What do you need them for? Ah, so you do. Donnie needs schematics to modify his multi-cannon. To fire a human, you see? Me! And you be the test subject. I mean, the cannonball. I mean, the dead person. Yes. Ha ha! That I'd like to see. Here, take this. Korvac sent it to me from White Wolf Mountain. Kind of as a joke. It's incomplete, of course. Doesn't mean anything without the other parts. So this is the Joker, Korvac. Ha ha! He's always a laugh, that Korvac. Shooting humans out of cannons. Thanks, I suppose. Alright, we got one. Now, the question would be, are there any more schematics here? Or do I just go? Who's this drawer car dude? What do you want? I'm a very busy man. Okay, alright. Well, I don't have the skills. Okay, so let's think about this. Well, I can at very least go to White Wolf Mountain. Alright, we're going. RuneScape surface, baby. White Wolf Mountain. Take me to the wolf. I guess the monastery maybe was a little closer, but we'll get there. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, can I go into the cave over here? You mind? Hey, what's up, dude?